Welcome to the HER Gov Podcast, where women entrepreneurs learn how to secure contracts, scale profitable businesses, and build lasting wealth. I'm your host, Tamanisha Casey-Mayberry, business and tax strategist, entrepreneur, and founder of HER Gov. So, whether you're just starting your business or preparing for your next big opportunity, this is a place for practical strategies, real conversations, and the confidence to take your business to the next level. So grab your coffee, grab your notebook, and let's get in today's conversation. Welcome to the HER Gov Podcast, where women entrepreneurs learn how to secure corporate and government contracts, scale their businesses, and build lasting wealth. I am your host, Tamanisha Casey-Mayberry, business and tax strategist, entrepreneur, and of course, the founder of HER Gov. So, first off, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Whether you just discovered HER Gov today or you attended one of our events, you listened to me speak, or you probably followed the HER Gov journey for years, I want to personally welcome you to this absolutely wonderful podcast that we have. Let me tell you something. I have curated and created the HER Gov podcast because I believe that there are far too many women-owned businesses leaving opportunities and money, okay, because we can't forget about the money, on the table. Not because, they're not capable, not because maybe they don't have the resources, but because no one has shown them where to start, right? So we get into these businesses and, we just need to understand and know what we need to do in order to grow and build it and scale it. And so these are one of the opportunities where you can actually make some real money. You can actually retire on. And whatever your plan is for your business, whatever your exit strategy is, whether you want to retire, whether you want to sell it, or whether you want to pass it on down to your children. This is a very good source of information and opportunity to, make your money and scale your business. So every single week, we're going to talk about contracting, right? And how women can be in this space and why we are not in this space, right? Women business owners are less than 1%. And if we talk about minority or women of color, or, Black women business owners, right? We are less than 1% when it's time to get contracting opportunities. And we know women business owners and women of color business owners are leading the way when it comes to entrepreneurship. We are the number one group of people that are building businesses, owning businesses, running businesses, and thriving. So this is a much needed conversation because if it's not there, where do we go, right? Where do we find these opportunities for our businesses to grow? Pretty much 90% of the women I know are entrepreneurs. And if you know, and you are a women business owner, or you know any other women entrepreneurs, you know that everyone wants to build their business, just don't know how to, don't know where to go. But this is the resource for you. So every single week, we're going to have real conversations, right, about government and corporate contracting. We're going to talk about how to build your business growth. We're going to talk about some of the certifications that are available to you, whether they're state, local opportunities, federal certifications. Also, we're going to talk about, your finances, right? Because that's a big part of your business. We're going to talk about taxes, tax planning, tax preparation. We're going to talk about accounting, bookkeeping, which we should do. Also, we're going to talk about funding, which is, a lot of main reasons why a lot of us are not growing. We're going to talk about, grants. We're going to talk about capital. Um, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship in a whole, right? And what all it takes to run your business, to build your business, to pay yourself, right? To make money, um, how to build a team. We're going to talk about all of these things in this podcast and in future episodes. And we're going to talk about what it truly takes to build a profitable business. We always talk about the surface level when we talk about the business. We always talk about the fundamentals of the business and the numbers, the finances, the money. But we also want to talk about our personal health and our mental health because that goes hand in hand with entrepreneurship and how to build a successful business without going crazy. Okay. Because I know that that's what we all do. We all go crazy in this entrepreneurship world because we are all trying to figure it out. So yeah, we got to be sane. Okay. So we're going to talk about it. But here's what makes this podcast different. We are just not, another podcast, not another business podcast. And I know we always talk about podcasts, right? But this is not, it's more to it. It's different. It's about community. And I think that is very important when we are trying to build something. We step out on faith with our businesses. A lot of us have came from corporate, aka I did. We come from corporate America. We come from jobs. We build something. We know we have the talent and the skills to make money on our own, and we jump right into it, right? So we jump right into it, and what they say, we jump out and on faith, right? We walk in on faith. But we need to have more than that, okay? We need to have the tools and the skills in order to become better entrepreneurs. And we need to start thinking like CEOs. Basically, that's it. We have to learn how to start believing in ourselves that this business is going to grow. We have to know that, we're going to make money. We know we're going to take care of our kids. We're going to take care of our family. We're going to build generational wealth. And all doing that together, right? Because that is what is very important, is having a community. When I first started my entrepreneurship journey, especially getting into government contracts, there was no community. I did a lot of things on my own, just like a lot of women entrepreneurs that is out there that is going through this corporate, this space, the government and corporate contracting space. And we go through it alone. And, I started my business, my very first business back in 2007. So it's a long time, right? To know that, I've been, hit and miss. I've made mistakes. I had to start all over again and restart and restructure and rename. So I understand. But that's what it is. It was no community back then. It was no one telling us, or giving us the truths behind a lot of things. I mean, we can go on to and Google things all day long, but we actually need to have a plan of action, and we need to have structure when it comes down to business. But the HER Gov is a place where women entrepreneurs can learn together, grow together, and celebrate each other's success. Because this is what it's all about. It's about not just one person winning, but all of us winning, right? So in the weeks to come, in the next episodes and next conversations, some weeks I will be teaching. I will be, because we have to get a gauge of what we need to do. We need to have a blueprint. We need to have a framework. We need to have a formula, right? We can't just go in and just think that we can get something off of Google and then that's it, right? So we want to make sure that we have a plan of action. So some weeks I will be teaching. So, deep dive. Some weeks we'll hear from some incredible entrepreneurs that are doing some amazing things that can help you with, when we talk about finances, when we talk about mental health and personal health, when we talk about all things that have to do with business, and bringing on other women entrepreneurs and letting them give us advice as well. But other weeks, I'll just answer some of the questions that you guys have, and share some lessons that I've learned from working with businesses across the country. So no matter where you are in your business journey, my goal is that every Wednesday you leave here with a new strategy, one action step, and one more reason to believe that bigger opportunities are within your reach, right? We're going to bring, we're going to have some knowledge, but we're also going to have a great time when we talk about the things that we need to talk about when we're listening to this podcast, right? So make sure you're following the HER Gov Podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and other streaming platforms, wherever they have podcasts, wherever you want to listen to podcasts. But also, if you're looking for community, and if you're looking to be around like-minded women, if you're ready to be around women that are serious about their business, right? Because we do know there's some people out there that's not serious. And you want to be around people that are serious, that take take every measure into making sure that their business is working. So if they are serious, you want to be around people that are serious about their business growth, about networking, and about, contracting, government contract, because that's our common ground here, right? I'd love to invite you to join the HER Gov community. You can visit the HER Gov community at hergovcon.com. And you can see all of our events that we have. You can see all of the memberships that we have, but just basically just keeping in touch and following us on all of our social media platforms at HER Gov Lounge, to where you can see what we do and how we bring women together. And like I said, it's a community. It's a positive community. It's a shared community, because one thing I want to know is, and let everyone know that, we are all about collaboration. We all about healthy conversations when it comes to building a business, right? So this is just the beginning, and I'm just so excited that you guys are here on this journey, and I can't wait for you to listen to the first episode, and and other episodes. Continue to follow, continue to like, and continue to share, and continue to follow this journey. But I'm happy and excited that you guys have joined us here, and of course, I need you to make sure you are going on all of the platforms. Make sure you join, subscribe, tell all of your girlfriends, okay? Get all of your business besties, your girlfriends, your entrepreneurs, the girlfriends that still work a 9 to 5 and still trying to come out of that 9 to 5. Just no matter where you at in your space and your business journey, this is a place for you, because we're going to help you get to that level and achieve that level. So I just want to thank you again. I'm excited to be here, and welcome to the HER Gov Podcast. That's a wrap for today's conversation. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the HER Gov Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you love listening to podcasts. And if this conversation encouraged you, share it with another woman entrepreneur. To learn more about the HER Gov community, upcoming events, and resources, visit hergovcon.com. And remember, don't wait for a seat at the table. Build one, lead one, and invite another woman to join you. I'll meet you right back here next Wednesday for another conversation on the HER Gov Podcast.